We have talked about screenwriting and scripts. So when we make a movie, we have a script or we do, screenwriting. But we talk about narratives. So, people make documentaries, they come up with narratives. Sometimes, how much objectivity do you keep? That's an important thing. And when you make a feature film, you are writing a script, you are coming up with a story, and you are, having a script ready. Sometimes in motivational speeches, people talk about script writing. Script means the script of your life. You will find few places in your life, they make fun of that process of screenwriting, they make fun of that process of scripts. It's like they want to have some preconceived notion about you, they want to have a script made for you, and they want you to act and behave in that manner. So they will have a template or they will have a script accordingly, and they will love to act you in that manner. If you don't know how the script is being written, how people are writing the script, how people are doing it, then many people will just do interactions, and it will give a lot of wrong interpretations, then a lot of unnecessary arguments, a lot of wastage of energy, a lot of wastage of talks, words, because many people, you will see, they don't value words, they don't mean what they say, they don't value words. So it is not a big deal for them. They will come to you, they will waste your time, they will waste your words, they will do a lot of nonsense arguments, bullshit arguments. They will do a lot of unnecessary criticism, because a lot of ego, politics, power dynamics, all these things are involved. But script writing, if I talk about script writing as a solitary process, you need your solitude, you need your space, you need your place, where you can, it is like a temple, or it is like a sacred place, where you are creating for yourself, where you are writing and you have your processes, you have your rituals and all these things. Many people are going for that. Some people have their small cards, they are writing the scenes and sequences in the small cards, and they will look at it and they will come up with the scenes, they will come up with ideas how to write the script, how to write that dialogue, how to write that interaction. There are many things we can do, but you have to understand, you have to respect that process of screenwriting, you have to respect that scripts, those scripts, that process of screenwriting. Ultimately it will become a movie which will affect the audience, so you are giving a great offering to the audience, in terms of storytelling, in terms of cinematic experience, in terms of a great script. It's not about just a dialogue is a separate thing, it is not about a scene is a separate thing, it is not about a particular sequence is a separate thing, and we want to pretend, in that particular sequence, we want to pretend in that particular dialogue, we need to pretend in that particular scene. It's not like that. When we are talking about screenwriting, or when we are talking about scripts, it is about that wholesome aspect of screenwriting, that wholesome aspect of telling a story. So progressively a character is going through an arc, a journey, the story is evolving, the way you are telling the story, the way you are writing the story, it can be non-linear, it can be linear, it can be chapters, it can be a smooth flow of a linear narrative, it can be many things. You can do a lot of use a lot of stylistic devices, you can do a lot of things in storytelling, the way you want to shape that cinematic experience, that storytelling. You can do a lot, you can play with it. Sometimes you can use flashbacks, you can move back and forth between the scenes, and you can convey a lot of information, because that is the right way to tell the story. It will have that emotional impact you are wanting the audience to have. So there is a lot of thing involved. It's a creative process, it's a respectable process, and you are respecting that process of screenwriting, you are respecting cinema in the first time. But people who want to give you a particular script and you have to act accordingly, there are people like that, there are places like that. Now when it comes to politics, when it comes to this power dynamics, when you want to do something apart from cinema, like I am talking about the creative people today, when you are talking about screenwriting and scripts, because I respect your process, I myself do it, I respect your process, and you know how hard it is, to coming up with a great movie script, and that entire thing, because you need to love movies, you need to love humanity, you need to love storytelling, and you need to love the techniques are there. Anybody can teach you those techniques, but how you can come up with a great script, that requires a lot of things. So, but there are people, there are places who will give you a particular script and you have to act accordingly. The problem is real life and real life. So in real life, we are coming up with a lot of stories, fictions, storytelling, a lot of things we can play with it. We are giving a perspective, how an incident happened. You are coming up with a perspective of that incident. It gives you a lot of scope for experimentation too, because you are wanting to tell a story in a particular way. A same topic will be dealt in different ways by different screenwriters, different directors. So those things are there, but you will understand the essence of the story. You will understand the script, and different movies you will enjoy differently, but you will enjoy them, right? But the thing is, there are people who are concerned with the narratives only. What a narrative we are going to give this guy. What a thing we are going to give this guy. What script we are going to build for this particular person, and that person will play that script for his or her entire life. And they are working a lot with that. So if you meet those people, and if you are very sincere and serious about screenwriting and scripts, if you meet those people, you should understand how much should you talk, how much you should not talk, how much to interact, because these people are coming up with that mindset. They have a lot of preconceived notions, they have a lot of biases, they have a lot of things, they want to do a lot of time pass, they want to do a lot of bullshit arguments, they want to do a lot of wastage of your words, because they don't most of the time they don't mean what they say. They just want to, either they want to pretend they are something, or they want to gossip about someone else, they want to put someone else down so that they can make an image for themselves, or they want to do some other tricks so that they want to build your image based on something else. There are many tricks regarding that, and that happens in the industry. That's a part of the industry, and you have to accept that. But what happens is, if you are really sincere about script writing, you are sincere about storytelling, you are really respectful about this entire process and this entire product you are coming up with, the offering of screenwriting, scripts, you should respect that. And in documentaries also, sometimes you are coming up with narratives, sometimes you are coming up with objectivity, you are just showing people what it is, sometimes you are giving it a perspective, sometimes you are coming up with docudrama, you are mixing things, and there can be many things. But today I am talking about feature films or fiction film writing. In real life, you are coming up with a lot of great scripts, you are doing a lot of great storytelling, but in real life, some people misuse that, that screenwriting, that script. So what they do is, they take a talent and they use this script writing as a joke, as a bad game, or the interaction is what they are enjoying, but they are playing with the script. So if you don't know how the script is being written, or who is writing the script for what reasons, what is the motive for writing that script, so you will take a lot of wrong decisions, you will do a lot of wrong interactions, then it will go through a lot of wrong interpretations, and eventually you will waste a lot of time, you will waste a movie, and you will waste that creative urge, you will waste that creative enthusiasm or creative thing which you need to write a script, right? So when you really love screenwriting, when you really love scripts, sometimes we get motivated by the words or influenced by the words. We don't understand what is the motive behind the words, or that person really means it or not. Few people do. Some people actually can understand that, but people who don't, it's that entertainment factor that words can bring. That can become something very persuading. So we can go for a lot of wrong interactions. We can go for a lot of negotiations, a lot of wrong negotiations, a lot of wrong decisions we can make. But from that, if you want to make a great script, a great movie, and if you really respect the process of screenwriting, so you can do a lot. Sometimes you need solitude, you need isolation, you need your own space. That's okay. That's a great thing to do, because that is why you are reflecting, you are introspecting, you are coming up with great ideas, you are coming up with a great movie, you are coming up with a great script, and that is what we need as a creative professional, as an artist, So respect that.